There you go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to JobsMaking.com's Marketing Me live at Holy Angel University. And so today we'll be joined by speaker from different companies. We will be discussing resume. We have dressing up for your interviews, and lastly, we will be discussing interview questions. So before we start, may we invite everybody for the Angelite prayer followed by the national anthem.
The Angelite Prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we glorify you for giving us the Angelite charism. We thank you for the gifts of your Son, Jesus Christ, who is the way, truth, and life. We bless you for the continuous guidance of the Holy Spirit. Grant us, we pray, courage and strength, that we may give perpetual praise to you in whatever we do. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. O holy guardian angels, guide us and protect us. Laus Deo Semper. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, penas na silanganan, alog ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiin. Sa lagat at bundok, sa simula, sa langit ng buhaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nag-iinit. Ang bituin na taraw niya kailang pamay di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walating pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang miligaya na pag may mag-api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Okay, so welcome po sa lahat. Okay, so ready na ba tayo? So by the way, I'm Shari from Academic Linkages. Hope that everybody is excited to learn new things today. So as usual, so please comment your name and course. And don't forget to type in your questions on our comment box kapag may tanong po tayo. Okay, so this project is initiated by the head of the Career and Placement Office, Miss Anne-Marie Bennett Adefwin Sadora. Ayan. So before we start, may we invite Miss Bennett to our stream for the opening remark. Opening remarks. Diyan na ba si Miss Bennett? Ayan.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Angelites. Yeah, good morning, Angelites.
You give your...
Ma'am, naririnig ko ba ako? Yeah, sorry.
I will refer to you po.
Hello? Yeah, I think having a problem with my connection. Yeah, ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Alright. Okay. So, kumusta po?
So,
Okay, so let's start na, ma'am, ha? I'm having a problem with my connection. Okay, good morning, Angelites, and to all of us here today. Maya paabak po kaya kayungan. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Kim Chua and his team from jobs180.com, our partners during this season for our graduating students. Thank you for the unending support despite of the now normal situation that we are facing. Still, you continue to give us and share your services to us. To our graduating students for this batch, I can see how blessed you are as pioneers of this online experience since we cannot meet face to face. Well, this is just the beginning of our exciting activities online. By next week, your online mock job one-on-one interview with our linkage partners will take place, and your online job fair will happen by December. Why do we have to do this kind of activity? Even we are facing the now normal, we want you, our graduates, to be prepared as you enter the world of professional months from now. We want you to be competent and we want you to excel during your interview and we want you and when you apply for the job. I'm sorry. We do hope you find great values in these activities as you move forward to the completion of your college education. We urge you to listen carefully to our speakers. Thank you very much. Again, good morning and Laos Deo Semper.
Thank you for that, Miss Bennett. It was nice to see you again po ulit.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. See you later po ulit, ma'am, for um,
Sure.
uh, closing remarks po mamaya. Ayan. So thank you for that, Miss Bennett. So we are excited to start our activities this morning. So if you have not done yet, please like and share this video to your friends, especially if they're from Holy Angel University or if they're a fresh grad or soon they will be graduating. So tag niyo po sila. So please type in your questions and we will answer them after the talk. Magkakaroon po tayo ng evaluation after dito. So, bibigay po namin yung link and you will be using that as your attendance. Okay? So, yeah. So, this project is launched to help people learn about job hunting, applications, and career. And today we are hosting this webinar for our partner school, Holy Angel University. So, Angelites, are you ready, guys? Yeah. So, here is our schedule. For our first topic, we will be discussing ResumeLink. So we invited Sir Kim Chua to do the talk. So he will be discussing how to use and how to create your online profiles. So you will be using this online profile for your mock interview on November 17th. So all of these activities are geared para ma-prepare kayo for your interviews, online virtual interviews. Second topic, we will be doing dressing up for virtual interviews. And last topic is interview questions. So, hindi lang kayo tuturuan mag-dress up, hindi lang kayo tuturuan mag-answer kung paano mag-answer sa screen, pati yung mga coach, pati yung mga tips, mga galing din sa mga seasoned recruitment officers natin. So, in-invite namin sila today. So, shout out to everybody who's here na. So, please comment your name and course so we can use that para pag may mga questions yung speakers natin mamaya. Okay. So, kilalanan po natin ang ating first speaker. So, first speaker is Sir Kim Chua. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, and business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. So as a trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 career development seminars and more. So good morning, Sir Kim. Are you in our stream?
Yes, I am here. Good morning. Good
Morning,
morning, Ma'am Shari.
sir. You are loud and clear. Sir, can we try sharing your screen?
As
Kasi we
loud
always
as the
have
storm coming.
this happen.
Balita ko may darating daw na bagyo. Sana ay hindi siya masyado magkaroon ng maraming pinsala sa ating bansa. As I'm sharing my screen, binabati ko rin magandang umaga sa mga Angelites. I miss going to Pampanga. I miss the food. I miss the people there. But right now, wala tayong choice. We are stuck here. So, while we're stuck and while I'm sharing my screen the second time around, sandali, ayan, let's let's have fun, let's learn, and we hope you enjoy yung mga learnings. In-invite namin mga iba pang mga speakers para mag-share sa inyo ng mga learnings natin.
And
Ayan,
guys, you
I
have
hope this is up.
Sir Kim's presentation because you will be using this for the November 17 mock interview. So there will be companies, and this is what you will use. So you have to listen to Sir Kim's presentation. Sir Kim, you're all set?
Yes, I am ready.
All right, sige sir. You have 20 minutes and I will be back for the Q&A.
Okay, great. Good morning again, everyone. Sa mga first time po ako nakita, I introduce myself as with a joke saying na don't forget yung wa sa pangalan ko kasi Kim Chua. Baka Kim Chua lang maalala nyo. Okay? So for today, I'll be sharing with you about ResumeLink. Now, why am I sharing this ResumeLink? Because this is what we consider now as the next generation resume. Ito na yung pinaka-secured na resume na pwede nyong gamitin. Now, when you start for looking for your job hunting exercise, you always start with a checklist. I'm sure you have a checklist. Kahit naman papaano, di ba? Kahit walang nakasulat, may checklist ka pa rin. Now, ako, isa lang ang lagi kong ine-emphasize. Within that checklist, ito yung pinaka-importanting kailangan mo tanungin. Are you using the right tool? Because everything starts from that, di ba? You have to, if you fail to plan, sabi nga nila, then you are planning to fail. So, you have to be able to use the right tool. And these are the questions that I usually ask. Parang self-reflection yan. Okay? Isipin nyo, pag gumawa ka ng resume, okay, yung mga natutunan natin before ng mga resume, do you want to stand out when you start looking for a job? Sa dami-dami ninyong mga nag-a-apply at sa dami-daming companies right now na a-applyan nyo, how will you stand out? These are the things that I'll be sharing with you as I go along. Okay? Next question dito, self-reflection is, do you have more than one file? Let's say you have your government IDs, you have your transcript, you have your clearance, you have your something else. Marami ka pang mga ibang mga documents na nandyan, driver's license and all that. Do you keep them in separate files? Do you have a lot of files? Halimbawa, nakalagay Kim Chua driver's license, Kim Chua transcript, Kim Chua diploma. Ganun ba yung mga files nyo? Kung ganun, mag-isip-isip na kayo kasi mahirapan kayo later. You have to be able to put them all together in one file. Okay? Again, I will show you that as we go along. Another question here for you to reflect on is, do you want the hiring process to be faster? Kaya nga tayo nag-schedule ng November 17 mock interview is because Miss Bennett would like to ensure na nahasa na kayo ng nahasa para pagdating sa live application, syempre, mas mabilis na kayo ma-hire ng mga companies. And again, with that, are you using the right tool to make that process more efficient, more faster? Yes, definitely with the ResumeLink. Another question in mind would always be cost. Ba? Kasi sa panahon ngayon, lahat nagtitipid na. Kasi nga, di ba, naapektuhan ng mga pandemya natin. So, do you want to save some money? Do you want to be able to be more cost efficient? If the answer is yes, then again, this is the right tool for you. And the most important question of all is, do you want your information to be secured? Kung ang sagot nyo hindi, edi okay lang, bahala na kayo, di ba? Pero I think sa lahat ng tao ngayon, security ang laging iniisip. Diba? Yan ang laging nasa isip ngayon ng mga tao. So you want to make sure that your informations are secured. And so with that, I want to present to you yung tinatawag nating next generation resume. Ito na po yung ResumeLink, dubbed as the most secured resume. Now, by definition, a ResumeLink is a personalized URL. It's basically a link that anyone can open online anytime, provided alam nila yung link nyo. Okay, so let me use an example. Halimbawa, ang link mo, ang pangalan mo is John Santos. Kanina sa audience may nakita ko. Sa shoutout lang ako. Nakita ko Carl Taruk. O yan. Sir Carl, kung nadyan ka man, binabati kita. Nakita ko lang sa mga nag-sign up kanina. So halimbawa, gamitin ko si Sir Carl Taruk as an example. Ang resume link ni Sir Carl, pwede maging carltaruk.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay? Kung halimbawa may ibang taong kapangalan mo rin, Sir Carl, naunahan ka, kagaya ni John Santos, ang dami mga John Santos na pangalan sa mundo, at naunahan ka mag-register, ano mangyayari? You have to be a little creative. Pwede mo sabihin doon, Taruk Carl, o kaya C Taruk, o kaya CT, o kaya Taruk C. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit ikaw ay may kapangalan. Okay? Now, in registering, the first step is you have to register. Siyempre, to make one, you have to register. Okay, you have 3 simple steps lang po. 3 simple steps. The first step is to register. This is for free. Absolutely walang bayad po ito. Libre. Where do you go? You go to your website, your school website. If you don't know your school website, I'm flashing it now on the screen. Okay? This is your school website. Go to www.hau.edu.ph. Hindi ka mawawala kasi yan na makikita ninyo pag pumunta ka sa site na yan. At pagdating po sa website ng Holy Angel, click on the one in the middle, the center. You see there, HAU resume link. As you click on it, it goes to this page. And from this page, this is where you click on register. Doon sa may upper right-hand portion at doon ka na mag-register ng information nyo. Now, kung gusto mo lang mag-shortcut, you can take a screenshot of this page. Go to the link directly, schools.jobs180.com/HAU. Ayan na yung shortcut na link. Okay, you can go there. Now, as you register, halimbawa lang, hindi mo naalala kasi ang bilis ko magsalita, nakalimutan mo rin yung school website nyo, lagot kayo kay Miss Bennett, pumunta kayo sa website ng jobs180.com. Okay, click mo lang www.jobs180.com at doon ka mag-register. Either way, of course, it goes to your account. Pipiliin mo lang, syempre, yung school ninyo, Holy Angel University. Okay? Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information, which I will not go through one by one. You can read, you can understand naman ang nakalagay. Pag sinabi, syempre, education information, you put your school. Pag sinabi dyan, phone number, you put your number. Diba? Alam nyo na yan. Okay, so I will not go through that. I want to emphasize on a few things to make you stand out. Okay? The first thing is, when you register for a ResumeLink, you have to create a unique name. Pag sinabing unique name, I recommend you stick to your name. Okay? Example nga, kaninang example ko, John Santos. Diba? Kung may kapangalan, ibahin mo lang. Gawin mo lang Santos John. O kaya J Santos. O kaya SJ. Depende sa link na gusto mo gawin. Huwag kayong masyadong creative. Huwag kayong masyadong OA. Okay? Bakit? It will not look professional. Okay? Do not create something like what I'm showing on the screen. Gagawa kayo, Boss Pogi, El Diablo, diba? Even if you are sexy and hot, it doesn't sound professional. Pag tinanong ka ng HR, later on sa mock interview, ma'am, ano po ang resume link mo? Sasabihin mo, I am sexy and hot, jobs180.com. Diba? It doesn't sound professional. So I recommend you just stick to your name. And whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, as you do that, as you continue, you have to use a valid email. Ano yung mga valid email? Yung mga email na nabubuksan natin. Emails like Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Huwag kang gagamit ng email ng @facebook.com na email. Okay? Example, huwag kang gagamit ng jeremy@facebook.com na email. Okay? Huwag kang gagamit ng kimberly@facebook.com na email. In short, do not use that email, yung @facebook.com, because if you use that email, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. So you have to use something that you can open. Okay? Bakit kailangan mo buksan ang email mo? Because you have to verify your account. Okay? Bakit importante mag-verify? Yan ang ebidensya, ikaw nag-register. Okay? After you do this, tapos ka na sa first step. Okay? Ano ulit yung first step? Recap lang. Ang first step is register. Okay? Walang bayad. Libre yan. Okay? Let's go to the second step. Second step is the most logical of all the steps. You have to complete all the information. Okay? Lahat ng information kailangan kompleto. Sino sa inyo dito magsasayang ng oras? Magsasubmit ng resume sa mga kumpanya, kulang-kulang detalye. At siguro naman di nyo sasayangin oras ng mga HR when they do the mock interview and when they later on process your application by submitting incomplete details. Diba? Huwag mo na masayangin oras. At sa higit sa lahat, importante, tinataas yung bandera ng Holy Angel University. Kaya dapat kumpleto ang detalye. Okay? So how do you complete the information? Balik ka ulit dun sa website ng school ninyo, which is hau.edu.ph. From here, then you click on HAU resume link, tapos dito ka na mapupunta sa page na to. Paulit-ulit lang, di ba? Pero this time, you don't need to register again. This time, you have to log in. Okay? Now, if ever, again, nakalimutan nyo itong page na to, hindi mo na screenshot, pwede ka rin pumunta sa jobs180.com at doon ka mag-log in. Okay? When you log in, the system will ask for your resume link or your email and then or your password na kayo lang may alam. Okay? And then as you do that, papasok ka na sa loob na account mo. Okay? Inside your account, what you need to do lang is to furnish all the information. Just, fill out all the information. Okay? Kung meron ka na nagawang resume sa Word file, sa document file nyo, or sa iba pang file, mga PDF file, it will be easier for you because what you need to do na lang is transfer all those information here sa loob ng resume link. Okay? Para mas maging secured, lipat mo na lang lahat ng details dito. Okay? Besides, ito yung gagamitin nyo sa mock interview sa November 17. Okay? So, what will you do here? Put all the information. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all these details kasi sabi ko nga, alam nyo naman ang dapat ilagay. I want to emphasize lang a few points. Okay? Ano yung mga key points dito? Pagdating sa contact information, lagay nyo dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Okay? Lahat ng paraan. Pati mga social media account nyo, lagay nyo dito. Okay? Bakit? Tanungin nyo sarili nyo. Ano mas madalas nyo buksan? Yung mga social media account nyo o yung email nyo? Siguro, mas madalas, binubuksan nyo ang mga social media account nyo. Diba? So, kung sakali tinawag kayo ng HR, hindi kayo makontak sa phone, nag-change kayo ng number, or sometimes it's busy, you don't answer. Especially yung mga ibang tao na pag nag-ring yung phone, hindi ko to kilala, ayaw na lang sagutin. Diba? Ayaw na lang din wala, as in, natatakot na kasi isip nila baka hinahabol na sila ng mga scam. Siguro. Diba? So, Ganun ang mga like ko sinasabi, if someone calls you and you don't know who that person is, you better take the call because you never know, baka naman yan ay isang opportunity na kumakatok sa inyo ng mga companies, 'di ba? Asking for your information or later on offering you for career opportunity. So answer first, okay? Now, if ever you don't answer, yun nga ang kagandahan dito, you can put all the possible means that an HR can contact you. So put your social media account, Facebook, Twitter, ibang mga social media para makapag-PM. Mas mabilis mag-private message. Hi, are you available Thursday 10 a.m. so on and so forth. Mas mabilis kayo makapag-proceed. Okay? Now, moving forward, pagdating sa work options, you can find there, as you can see in the screen, meron po dyan 4 na work options na pwede yung pagpilian. Kaya gagawin mo lang dito parang switch. Yes, no, switch lang to. So halimbawa, you want to work night shift, you say yes. You're willing to relocate, say yes. Are you looking for OJT? Maybe some of you are looking for internship kahit na nasa pandemic period tayo, you say yes. Diba? Ganun lang, yes or no lang yan. Okay? And what the system will do is it will try to match you with possible profile ng mga companies na naghahanap ng same profile na nilagay mo. Okay? I did not say automatic hired na kayo. I never said that. I'm just saying lang na when you do this, it will make your life a little easier. It will make your life more efficient. Set it up properly and a lot of companies now will start to get in touch with you. Okay? Moving forward, go to education. What do you do here? You put your school. Kung meron ka ibang school other than Holy Angel University, you can put it here. Wala tong limit sa space. Pagdating po sa seminars attended, kahit mahaba pa yung mga seminars attended ninyo, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates nyo, make sure lang alam mo yung mga seminars na yan, baka tanungin kayo ng interviewer nyo. Okay? So you can put everything here. Wala limit sa space. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Wala rin po itong limit sa space. Na pagdating po sa achievement, kadalasan, the students are worried on this portion. They don't know what to put in the achievement portion. Sabi nila, naku, sir, wala akong malagay kasi feeling ko wala akong achievement. Lalo na ngayon, na-stuck ako sa bahay, wala na akong achievement. Alam nyo, ito lang ang tip ko. Do not limit your achievement inside the school. Hindi naman lahat ng tao student leaders eh. Hindi naman lahat ng tao dean's lister. And I know you agree. If you're listening right now, diba? You agree. Hindi naman lahat kayo cum laude, diba? Or running for honors when you graduate later on. But some of you might be an achiever outside of the school. You're doing a lot of things, diba? That, you know, you think it's an achievement, so you put it here. Okay? Wala tong limit sa space. Okay? Pagdating po sa skills at languages, ganun din. Pagdating sa skills, kadalasan kasi yung mga HR, ito yung napapansin namin. When we look at your information, pagdating sa skills, usually the skills are within your course. Doon lang siya umiikot kung ano yung course mo. Kung culinary ka, yung skills mo puro pang culinary. Kung engineering ka, yung skills mo puro pang engineering. Do not limit your skills only with the course that you have taken. Why? Because you have all the other skills na kahit walang connect sa course mo. Halimbawa, engineering ka pero mahilig ka sa graphic design. 'Di ba? Mahilig ka sa magtatanim. Uso ngayon yung mga plantito and plantita, 'di ba? O lagay mo 'yan. 'Di ba? Mahilig ka sa mga ibang mga arts and craft, pasok mo diyan, lagay mo yung skills mo sa music, anything that you think you can market yourself with, you put it there. Because companies beyond your course, ano pang naiiba dito? Ask yourself. Oh, ngayon, hindi ko masabi ask your classmate kasi hindi kayo magkasama ngayon eh. Mag-chat kayo later on. Ask yourself, kung pare-pareho kayo ng course, pare-pareho kayo ng school, pare-pareho kayo ng teachers, pare-pareho rin naman kayo ng curriculum, no, for that specific course, then what makes you stand out kung ganun? Ito na yung sagot dyan. You have all the other skills that I think ikaw lang meron na naiiba dun sa mga classmates mo. And that is what will make you stand out. So you also add those things here sa loob ng skill section nyo. Okay, pagdating sa languages, sigurado ko 3 na alam nyo lengguwahe. Alam nyo Kapampangan, alam nyo English and Filipino or Tagalog. Okay? If you know other dialects, diba, Chabacano, Ilonggo, Bisaya, you put it there. Wala limit sa space yan. Even foreign languages, you put it here. Wala tong limit sa space. Okay? So remember, you're doing this because you want to market yourself more effectively to that company. Okay? What else? Pagdating sa references, isa lang ang paalala ko. Sure naman ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo eh. Ang tanong lang, kayo ba kilala nila? Kasi madalas pag ginagawa ng mga aplikante, they just put the references even without telling them, no, na sila yung ginawa nilang reference. So ano nangyayari? Pag tumatawag kami, mga HR, when we call your references, what happens next? Is they say, I don't even remember this person. Or sometimes, ang worst dyan, hindi talaga kayo kilala. 'Di ba? So parang I don't know this person. Yari, 'di ba? So please advise them lang na ginawa silang reference. Okay? Now, yung mga pinakita ko sa inyo up to this point, I know alam nyo na yan. Kaya hindi na ako masyado nag-dwell eh. Okay? You just need to transfer. If you have a ready copy na of your Word file or PDF file, just transfer all the information here in the resume link para maging secured siya. What I will show you next, ayan, all eyes, all ears. Look at the next things I will show you. Ito yung mga tinatawag natin amazing na portion. Okay? Let me start with the portfolio section. What is the portfolio section? The portfolio section is a section in the resume link where you can now put and upload things or evidence about your skills. Example, di ba? Sabi mo, graduate ka na. Halimbawa lang, later on, graduate ka na. Ano ebidensya na graduate ka na? Transcript. Diploma. O narinig ko kayo, sumasagot kayo. O certificate, di ba? O ano ebidensya na wala kang criminal record? Ha? O narinig ko rin kayo. NBA clearance, police clearance. O, di ba? Yan. Ano pang ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa later on kung pwede na tayo mag-travel? Visa, passport. Di ba? These are the things that will show na yun yung skills mo, yun yung mga evidence mo of your skills. Di ba? So, yun yung ilalagay mo dito ngayon sa portfolio section. Okay? So, hindi mo na kailangan magkaroon ng maraming mga files hiwa-hiwalay. What you need to do next is just upload everything here, okay? Para mabilis yung process sa pag-a-apply. Now, another thing that you're thinking now is, sir, kung pare-pero naman kaming halimbawa lang, di ba, binalik nyo sa akin yung tanong ko sa inyo kanina, kung pare-pareho kami magkaklase, pare-pareho kami course, pare-pareho kami curriculum, pare-pareho kami may NBA clearance, pare-pareho kami may driver's license, at pare-pareho naman kami may birth certificate, at pare-pareho yung mga documents namin, how will we stand out? Okay, very good question. Ibabalik ko ngayon yung sagot. Ang sagot is, you now create a selfie video. Okay? What is a selfie video? Get your smartphones. Okay? Kung walang smartphone, mahiram sa kaibigan, sa classmate, okay? Or sa kamag-anak nyo. Borrow a smartphone, record a selfie video, say something interesting about yourself. If you don't like it, obviously, you delete it because you don't like it. Okay? But if you like it, what do? You save it. Then, what do? You upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre right now. Just go online, check video channel, mga video converter. Lipat mo lang yung video mo doon at yung link, ilagay mo ngayon dyan sa portfolio section. Now, what will you say in that video? Simple things lang. Just say something interesting about you, or maybe you can answer basic questions like, why should they hire you? Why should you be considered in that company's vacancy? Diba? It need not be very long. Kahit maikse lang. No? 30 seconds to 1 minute, tama na. Kaya ang importante, you're able to show your personality in front of a camera. Diba? In front of a person. In lieu of the face-to-face interview. Nagagawa mo na yon. Diba? Mas mabilis ang buhay. If you are the HR, I'll tell you a little secret. But this is not really secret. This is an open secret. HR, the basic evaluation for an HR, usually, I'm not saying all, usually is communication skills. So, how will that HR get to evaluate your comm skills if they will not be able to contact you? Diba? Kailangan nila tawagan kayo. Sometimes, ang hirap, diba? Tatawagan ka, hindi ka ma-reach, maingay yung background and all these, challenges. So, this is the best way to do it. Get a cell phone, record a selfie video, say something about yourself. After that, save it there, upload it as a YouTube, then put that link there sa loob ng portfolio section, then you're good to go. The HR, when they open your resume link, they see those information. If they like you, trust me, kahit gabi pa yan, kahit umaga, whatever time of the day, they will try to get in touch with you kung nakita nila yung potential na ma-hire ka. Okay? So do that. Try it. It's something that's very, hindi lang uso to. Dati pa to ginagawa na, pero nagiging trending, lalo na ngayon kasi tali tayo sa bahay natin. Okay? Now, another good thing with the resume link is that you can also put your profile picture. Pagdating sa profile picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. You don't need to, to go to a studio. Wag na kayo lumabas. May virus pa dyan, di ba? Hindi nyo kailangan. Kung mahihiraman kayo ng mga medyo formal na outfit, it's okay. But the least that you can do is just wear something with collar. Okay? Sa mga lalaki. Okay? Sa mga babae, wear something decent. No? And preferably, plain yung background. Okay? Do not create something like this. Do not upload profile pictures like the ones I'm showing you on the screen, on the right side. Okay, hindi maganda yan. Huwag kayo magawa ng mga ganong kalokohan ng mga picture. Okay, because it doesn't look professional. Another good thing pa with the resume link to make you stand out is to create your cover photo. Yan. Oo, marami rin mag-agree dito. A picture paints 1,000 words. Okay, at pasintabi sa matatamaan. Hindi lahat ng tao magaling mag-express with words. Most of the time, some of us are having a difficult time expressing our thoughts and feelings into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo maisulat. Bakit? Kasi hindi siya natural sa atin eh. Diba? Pero pagdating sa picture, ang galing. Kaya mo ipakita yung message mo doon sa HR or doon sa employer just by using pictures. So look at my examples. Diba? Look at the examples I'm showing you. The one on the left is an optometrist. Diba? Ophthalmologist pala or optometrist. Okay, naguguluhan na ako. Dati kasi may sumugot pa dyan, Optimus Prime, sabi sa akin. Sabi ko, hindi siya robot. Okay, so yan yung mga samples na pwede nyo ipakita about your skills, about your career that you want to apply for. Now, the right side naman, this one, medyo hindi ko rin maintindihan bakit yan ang nilagay niya, pero siguro gusto niya sabihin multitasker siya. Yan ang gusto niya sabihin. Hindi naman niya siguro gusto sabihin makalat siya, 'di ba? O, depende na sa interpretation ng HR yan. Okay? Another good example here is this one. Someone from psychology or someone from guidance counseling, 'di ba? Or makulay ang buhay or bright child, 'di ba? Hindi ko brainiac, 'di ba? Baka brainiac siya, 'di ba? Depende. Marami kayang pwedeng ma-interpret, lalo na dito. This is also a very good example. Marami nagsasabi, baka naman daw social climber to. Sabi ko, hindi. If you look at the first line, it says there, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. What this person wanted to say is very simple. There's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. And that first step is by creating your resume link. Diba? Yeah. Oh, diba? Siyempre, promote na rin ako. Pero yan naman talaga ang first step. You have to make sure you build it up. Okay? Now, those pictures I showed you, mga samples, yung mga magagandang example. Itong pinapakita ko ngayon, yung mga ipapakita ko, ito yung wag nyong gagayahin. Okay? Pinapaalala ko lang, let me repeat. Ito yung mga wag nyong gagayahin. Okay? I'm just showing these examples para may guidelines kayo. Bakit wag nyo gagayahin? Huwag kayo magsasubmit ng mga picture na putol. Okay? Hindi maganda tignan yan. Ano pa? Huwag kayo magkapapaka misteryoso. Okay? Whatever your, kumbaga, your gender orientation is, you can put it there. Kasi marami nagkakamali sa mga pangalan eh. Ako mismo, Kim, marami akala, pangalan ko, pang babae. Sometimes I encounter resume links, nakalagay George. Diba? Nakalagay Chris. I would think lalaki, yun pala, babae. So better make sure your picture is there. Okay? Para at least alam lang ng HR who to expect. Okay? Ano pang meron? Never submit your resume link that is like this. Pag blanco yan, wag na lang kayo mag-apply. Ako na nagsasabi sa inyo, wag na kayo mag-submit kung ganyan din lang itsura ng resume link nyo. Pinapahiya nyo lang yung Holy Angel University. At the same time, sinasayang nyo lang yung oras ng mga HR if this is your cover photo and profile picture kung blanco. Okay? Better do something to catch attention. Okay? Oh, by the way, when you want to catch attention, wag naman ganito. Okay? Ito medyo, ang dating kasi para sa akin lang, in my opinion, parang tamad. No? Parang, parang chillax, no? Happy-go-lucky. So again, I leave it up to you how you are going to present yourself more effectively to the company, but make sure you complete those information. Like what I'm showing on the screen right now, this is a very good example of a complete resume link. Bakit ko pinapakita itong example na to? Because everything is here. All the details are here. Put yourself also in the place of the HR. When you apply, try to, di ba lagi minsan may mga coach tayo, mga career coach, sinasabi sa atin, if you want to practice your interview skills, you talk to yourself in front of a mirror. Di ba? Yan. Kahit na hindi sumagot yung kakausap mo, matakot ka pag sumagot yung kausap mo. Di ba? Siyempre, malamang hindi siya sasagot kasi ikaw rin yun eh. So, you practice by that. Now, ako naman, ito sasabihin ko, when you submit your resume link or when you apply, try to put yourself on the receiving end. Kung ikaw ngayon yung naka-receive ng resume link mo, how will you react on it? That is my tip for you. Okay, so better make sure it's attractive para pag binigay mo, they see it, they get curious, nag-stand out ka, diba? Ano mangyayari next? You get more time meaning the HR will be more interested about your information. They see you, uy, okay to, kompleto, let me look at the video resume. Uy, magaling makapag-usap, naintindihan ko, hindi ako na-nosebleed. Diba? Example lang ha, o lahat yan. Okay, ano pa meron? I want to hire this person. But before I do that, let me contact this person. O yan na yung next eh. Diba? Yan ang gusto ko mangyari sa inyo. When you do this, try to reflect. Okay? Put yourself on the place of the HR and see how they will be able to react on your resume link. Ganun siya. Okay? If you want your friends to see your resume link, you can also ask them to check it out. Pwede rin naman. Okay? It really depends on you. You can check it with your friends or relatives din para lang makita mo rin how they will react on it. Okay? Now, a lot of you are thinking at this point, diba? Like ko sinasabi, ang resume link ang pinaka-secured na resume. So, paano ba siya naging pinaka-secured na resume right now? Okay? If you're wondering, pag gumawa ka ng resume link, yung mga information nyo ba kumakalat na sa buong mundo? Hindi po. Yung mga details mo ba nakalantad na sa buong internet? Hindi po. Okay? Bakit? Because when you go to your dashboard, follow the screen, follow the screen. Ayan. When you go to your dashboard, there is a privacy settings. Okay? Yung privacy settings, kailangan mo i-set. Okay? Okay? Ikaw may control niyan. You have the ultimate control, as in full control over your privacy settings. So you need to choose information that you want to show in public. Okay? Let me use actual examples. Halimbawa, ayaw mo pakita birthday mo. What do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your address. What do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references. What do? You turn it off. So lahat na naka-off dito, hindi lalabas sa public. Okay? Pinapaalala ko lang ulit, ito pong settings na to, kayo lang ang may control niyan. Okay? Walang control ang school, walang control si Miss Bennett, wala kaming control dyan. Kayo po bilang user ang may ultimate control over your privacy settings. Okay? Now remember, on the first tab, pinapaalala ko lang kasi even if everything is turned on, pag yung first button, the one you're seeing with the big hand, kung saan nakapatong yung cursor ngayon, ayan. Kung nakita mo yung nakasulat diyan, enable public resume link. Pag yan naka-off, kahit lahat naka-on, walang lalabas sa public. Okay? So I'm just reminding you to be careful and check which information you want to show in public, and better make sure also that the enable public resume link is turned on. Lalo na pagdating sa inyong mock interview at pagdating sa inyong virtual job fair sa December. Okay? Mock interview, that's happening next week. Okay? So, pinapaalala ko lang. Okay? This is your settings. Yan. Okay. Okay, so paalala ko lang sa mga kaka-join lang. Reminder. Okay? 3 steps tayo. First step is you register. This is for free. Wala tong bayad. Second step, you have to complete the information. Kailangan kompleto para mas maging attractive, mas maging informative ang information nyo sa mga companies. You have to put those information and updated information, by the way. Okay, updated. Kung nagpalit kayo ng number, change it immediately. Edit your information. Okay? Now we go to the last step. Last step na tayo. Ano yung last step? Ito na interesting part. Submit your information. Diba? Submit your resume link. How will you submit your resume link? I'll give you several options. Lahat ng options na to, virus-free. Okay, hindi ka matatakot kay COVID pag ginawa mo to lahat kasi hindi ka ma-expose sa public. Okay, paano mo gagawin pag submit ng resume link mo? First option is you go back to your school website. Yes, of course, go to your school website, Holy Angel University, that's hau.edu.ph. This time, you click on HAU resume link at the middle upper portion. Pag-click mo, pupunta ka sa page na to. Okay, if you want to take a screenshot, this is your last chance to take a screenshot because after this, I will not be showing it anymore. So, screenshot nyo na para gusto mo shortcut na link. schools.jobs180.com/HAU. This time, hindi mo na kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo na lang, tumingin ka doon sa baba. Scroll it. Okay, scroll down. You will see companies there. Meron na po dyan mga companies, opportunities para sa fresh graduates, para sa OJTs and trainees. In case lang, companies are still open to hire for OJTs right now, but not everyone is open for that. Just a heads up lang po. But you can choose for opportunities that are looking for fresh graduates para mas mabilis ang buhay, tingin-tingin kayo dyan. Maraming opportunities po meron para sa Pampanga and nearby areas. Okay? Na kung sakali, pumunta ka dito at nabitin ka, sabi mo, parang wala pa masyado ako nakita, you can also go to the website of jobs180.com. Now, from the website of Jobs180, you scroll, you see companies there na naka-advertise, may iba, may logo, some of them may nakalista ng mga requirements or responsibilities, learn from those opportunities, and even if hindi kayo qualified dun sa position, I recommend you submit your resume link. Basta gusto mo, apply yung kumpanya. Ulitin ko yun na even if you are not qualified and even if it is not related to your course, for as long as you want to explore your chance for that company, I recommend you submit your resume link. Okay? Okay. So pag submit mo yan, gagawin lang ng system, tatanungin niya yung login ID and password mo, at the next step is of course, ikaw lang may alam, you now submit your information directly na doon sa company. Ganun kabilis. With just a few clicks of a button, tapos na. Diba? Okay, another option. Some of you are thinking, sir, safe din naman, di ba, kung mag-email ako sa mga companies ng aking resume. Of course, safe din naman mag-email unless magpadala ka ng virus. Di ba? Kinonek ko lang. Pero hindi, ang point ko lang is, wag mo na gawin yan. Wag mo na gawin yan. Bakit? When you submit your resumes through email, pwede ka mag-submit sa email. Linawin ko, pwede ka mag-submit sa email, pero wag ka na mag-attach ng mga files nyo. Okay? Why? Let me use this example. Look at the screen. If you do this traditionally, dear HR manager, I would like to apply in your company. This is my resume. Ano gagawin mo? I-attach mo yung PDF file or Word file or I don't know, doc file nyo. Basta i-attach mo. Okay? Now, when you attach it there, the HR, of course, will be able to receive it. Paano kung nagpalit ka ng phone number? Ano gagawin mo? Di ba kailangan mo i-update yung profile mo, information mo. Tapos kailangan mo rin magpadala ng panibagong email na naman sa HR. Eh di guguluhin mo na naman yung buhay ng HR. Ano sasabihin mo? Dear HR Manager, my name is Kim. Sample lang. I am now submitting to you my updated resume. Tama? Okay. Eh paano kung nagpalit ka ng address? Ano gagawin mo? Sasabihin mo na naman yung HR. Ano gagawin mo? Email ka ulit. Dear HR Manager, my name is Kim again. I would like to update you with my updated most recent, 'di ba, profile in my resume. So ang dami mo kailangan ngayon baguhin at ang dami mo kailangan gawin. This time, let's be practical. Okay? You make your resume link. Whatever information you need to update, you update inside your resume link. Whatever attachment you want to submit to the company, you attach it inside the document portion or portfolio section of your resume link. And what you need to submit lang to that company is your resume link. Ganun lang kasimple. So this time, you write the email, pareho pa rin. Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply in your company. And this is my resume. Lagay mo na doon. Kim, example lang ako yun, kimchua.jobs180.com. Diba? Kung ikaw si Antonio Juan de la Cruz, example sa screen, Antonio Juan de la Cruz 01.jobs180.com. Submit. Tapos na. Ganun lang kasimple. Ayos? Ayos. Okay, tuloy natin. Another option. Okay. If you want to print your resume link, okay, back in the days, Miss Bennett would require this with everyone kasi physical pa yung mock interview tsaka physical yung yung job fair natin. So pag physical, required ang hard copy. But this time, malamang hindi na required kasi na tayo, virtual. But in case lang, FYI lang po ito, for your information, pwede nyo po i-print ang resume link nyo. It will come out compressed into one page. Okay? So, yan yung kagandahan nitong resume link. You have all the flexibility. Okay? In cases when you want to print, you just go to your dashboard, choose print, and then print. Ganun kasimple. Of course, you spend for your paper and your ink. O, diba? Pero again, hindi ko na nire-recommend yan. Kasi nga, sayang. If you submit your hard copies to those companies, if in case meron kang babaguhin or nilipad ng hangin yung papel na yan, whatever information you put in there, alam na ng HR at alam na nakapulot. Diba? This time, I recommend ko, if you want to submit a printed copy, this is what you do. You use resume link cards. So resume link cards are more cost efficient and more secured. Cost efficient because in one piece of paper, like short bond or long bond paper, you can make multiple resume link cards. Diba? You can make 10, 20 sets of cards, maliliit lang, and you put your resume link there. Okay? Hindi ka mangangamba, pag nilipad ng hangin yan, pag may nakapulot, lahat na information, controlled mo yung privacy settings mo. Diba? Okay. Hindi ko na siguro kailangan sabihin data privacy. Yun na nga yun. Diba? Mas secured siya, mas cost efficient siya. Okay? Ayan. So, I'm just showing you some of the pictures lang from the previous events. Yan yung ginagamit before, resume link cards during the job fair, mock interview. Okay? In cases when you have your gadget, right now, ganun din po, whether physical kayo makipagkita face-to-face sa employer or at home. Ang recommend ko, just use your gadget, take advantage of technology, create your resume link, and submit that to the company. Okay? Yan. And pinapakita ko lang sa screen right now is if and when wala kang gadget, worst case, because some of you might be thinking, masyado naman akong nagge-generalize na lahat ng tao may gadget. Eh kung wala tayong gadget, ano mangyayari? Diba? At wala tayong mahihiraman, pag nakagawa ka na ng resume link, when you apply to the company, what you need to do lang is give your resume link. Just write it down, yung resume link mo. That's it. You don't have to write anything else because the HR will always be able to open it when they have their internet connection. Okay? O baka naman may follow-up question pa kayo. Eh, paano kung walang internet connection yung kumpanya? Ako siguro, mahaba pa talagang discussion na to. Pero isa lang masasabi ko, pag yung internet connection, kung yung kumpanyang ina-apply nyo, walang internet connection, siguro mapapaisip ka na kung gusto mo pa mag-apply doon sa kumpanya, di ba? Ano lang yan, side comment ko lang yan. Okay? But anyway, I leave it up to you. I showed you everything, your options. Let me just go back to this checklist. Okay? Para meron ka pong guide if you are using the right tool. Okay? This resume link, I consider is the right tool because number one, it offers you yung pinaka-secured way of keeping your information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. At maganda pa dito, just to add to that, okay, para talagang maniwala kayo sa akin. When you create your resume link, you set your privacy settings today. Halimbawa, sinabi mo today, do not show my birthday, hide my address, hide my portfolio. Today yan, ha? And then tomorrow, naisip mo, pakita ko kaya birthday ko. Ano gagawin mo? Turn it on. Pakita ko kaya address ko. Turn it on. Real time, nag-update siya. So, kung kailan mo feel, kung ano man yung settings na feel mo, baguhin mo, on, off, on, off, on, off, real-time update yon sa lahat ng nabigyan mo ng resume link. Yan ang kagandahan ng kanyang privacy settings. Kayo ang may ultimate control. Okay? Speed of hire becomes faster and more efficient because everything that you need to submit, you can put it inside the resume link. Okay? Hindi mo na kailangan mag-door-to-door or mag-submit ng separate emails from time to time dun sa HR. Just put everything in your resume link. Okay? Pagdating sa flexibility naman ng printing out, pwede ka rin mag-print out ng resume link mo just in case you really want to have a hard copy of your resume. Okay? Just in case lang. Okay? Hindi ka may galit sa papel. Okay? Sayang lang yung pera sa pag-print out. Okay? And speaking of sayang ang pera, let's look at cost efficiency. This is the most cost efficient of all. You can make your resume link kahit wala ka ng ibang gastos. Okay? Kailangan mo lang is, yes, internet connection. Oh, some of you are saying, naman, ito, alam ko mga hirit nyo eh. Sir, paano kung wala kami internet sa bahay? O baka yung kapitbahay meron. Diba? Makikabit muna tayo, makiconnect muna tayo ng konti para lang matapos tayo sa ating resume link, makapag-submit, magkaroon ng trabaho, at may pera na pang connect ng Wi-Fi. Diba? Yan. Okay, so these are my checklists. Okay? Check na lang ninyo. Ano pang mga benefits ng resume link? Marami pa. Actually, marami pa to. Pero ito yung mga practical na benefits. You don't need to save it with your USBs or hard drive. No need to worry kung saan mo i-save. Okay? Wag mo na. Pwede mo siya i-share sa kahit na anong klaseng platform. Pwede mo siya i-share sa Viber, sa text, sa Messenger. Kayo bahala kasi kayo may control kung sino bibigyan mo ng resume link. At higit sa lahat, you don't need to worry about the upgrading of yung mga version. Wala kang problemahin. Okay, hindi ito parang nasa Android or iOS na parati ka nag-upgrade. Hindi. Basta you have your connection sa internet, you can create your resume link. Okay? So with that, let me share with you some good news. We have more than 400 school partners nationwide. Yes. By the grace of God, we have been in partnership with Holy Angel University, with your school, with your alma mater, in the past 7 years na siguro. Sorry, I lost count. Okay? Ganun katagal na siyang ginagamit sa Holy Angel University. And because of that, we have some reminders. Pinapaalala ko lang ulit, in case na-miss out niyo yung reminder kanina ni Ma'am Shari, paalala ko lang ulit, your deadline for your resume link should be not later than, not later than November 16. Bakit? Kasi sa November 17 is your mock interview and you'll be using your resume link when you submit to those companies for your mock interview. And definitely later on, come your online job fair sa December, okay, gagamitin nyo rin yung resume link nyo. Okay? So, as early as now, start creating a resume link. Now, some of you might have questions. Baka lang sa dami ng konento ko, dami yung questions, gusto nyo tanungin, sabihin ko na yung mga sagot ng mga kadalasan ng mga questions. Okay? Unang tanong, pwede ko bang gamitin ng resume link sa mga companies na hindi naman kilala or hindi naman alam yung jobs180.com? The answer is yes. Okay, yes. Basta kayo ang nagbigay ng resume link, alam dapat ng HR yung resume link nyo. At meron siyang internet connection, of course, to open your resume link. That's number 1. Okay, second question. Pareho ba ito sa ibang mga job site, kagaya ng mga kilala natin na LinkedIn, example, or JobStreet? I'm just using them as a reference because sila yung mas kadalasan, no? Alam natin as a job board. The answer is no. Magkaiba po itong resume link. Magkaiba in terms of 2 things. Number one is it is more secured. More secured in the sense that whatever information you change, it will be updated real time dun sa nakakuha ng information nyo. Kasi kayo may control ng settings nyo. Okay? Second difference is when you have already submitted, example lang, yung inyong JobStreet na lang, gamitin ko as example si JobStreet. When you have submitted your JobStreet resume to a company, lahat ng information mo, touch move na. Nandun na lahat sa HR. Wala ka na pwede ngayong baguhin. Wala na nandun na nasubmit mo na With your resume link, pwede mo siya palit-palitin anytime. Yan yung kagandahan. At hindi ka limited doon lang sa companies na gumagamit ng tool. Ano example ko niyan? Halimbawa lang, the company is using LinkedIn. Therefore, you can only use LinkedIn for companies that you're applying to who are also using LinkedIn. Pag ina-apply mong kumpanya, hindi gumagamit ng LinkedIn, hindi mo pwede gamitin yung LinkedIn mo na resume or job sheet mo na resume for that sample. With your resume link, pwede mo ito gamitin kahit nasaan, kahit sa ibang bansa, kahit kanino, pwede mo ibigay. Okay? Kung sa ibang planeta, may internet na, pwede mo rin ito gamitin. Okay? Basta alam nila ang resume link mo. Okay? Third question is, I think, the easiest question. The question is, can you keep your information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo, ito ang pinaka-secured na tool. Okay? At this point. Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Number 4 question is, how often should you update your resume link? Gaano kadalas ba dapat ina-update ang resume link? Hindi po siya every day, hindi po siya every week. Okay, hindi rin siya every month at hindi rin siya every year ina-update. Ang sagot diyan dapat every time. Okay? Every time na meron kayong babaguhin sa information nyo, regardless kung kailan pa yan. Basta meron kang binago sa information mo, please update your resume link para updated din yung mga companies na nabigyan mo. Okay? And finally, this is just a trivia. Okay? This is just a trivia lang. No? Why is it called jobs180.com? About the 180? Because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. It is not 360 because you only go back to where you started. Okay? So you do 180 para straight line to your career path. Okay? Kung may tanong kayo, nahiya magtanong, just go to our website, email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to get some updates. Okay? Again, ako po ay si Kim Chua. Do not forget yung wa. Baka Kim Chua lang ang maalala. Nagsasabi, mag-ingat po tayo, stay safe, and magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that,
Oh,
sir.
you have questions?
Sir, we are
Narinig
pressed.
ko yung iba sa inyo, bumubulong.
We are
If
pressed
you have
for
questions,
time.
please
Just
send your questions over to the chat box.
all right. Sir, we are
yeah.
pressed for time. We are doing just
Teka lang,
one.
ako yata yung nawala. Sorry. Wait
Can
a
you hear
minute. Something's wrong here.
Sir, can you hear me?
Sorry, Ma'am Shari. Sandali
Can you hear me?
Wait. You know, this is technology. I know you can hear me, but I cannot hear you. So let me just connect to another gadget. This will just be easy. Give me 30 seconds and counting. Okay, I have 25 seconds to go. I am now connecting. 20 seconds. Okay, this is me. 10 seconds, and I'm now connected. Yes, you can ask me now questions.
Hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
All right. Sir, we are pressed for time, so we are doing just one question. So, this is a question from Kane Manalo. Nag-i-invalid po yung name ko, Jorel Kane. Kaya nilagay ko na lang po is Jorel Kane. Hindi po ba magkaka-problem? Thank you po.
Okay. So, thank you, ma'am. I don't know, ma'am, or sir, Jorel. Wala naman po magiging problem sa application ninyo when you do that. Okay? Kung natanggalan lang ng hyphen. Okay? Kasi yung importante po dito, yung laman ng resume link nyo. Yan ang importante. Okay? Kung yung laman ng information nyo, ang inedit-edit nyo at magic yung information, philosophal yung information, dyan tayo magkakaproblema. Kung link lang naman po, no worries. Hindi naman siya magiging problem. Okay?
So, our symbols clarification po, are symbols allowed in the link po?
Can you say it again?
Are symbols allowed? Dashes, periods? Can they use it?
We don't recommend you do that. We don't recommend you do symbols or dashes. Just go na lang with alphanumeric.
Correct. All right. Okay, sir. All right. So next question from Vono. Can ResumeLink be able to be accessed by HR at USA if my link was shared?
Yes. As long as there's internet connection and they know your resume link, they'll be able to open it. We had a previous success story from someone who visited Dubai. It was just for vacation. HRM graduate siya. I will not name na lang the school. Tapos naglalakad-lakad siya, nakita niya may opportunity. Nagtanong siya kung may opening. Tinanong din siya nung nakausap niya, do you have your resume with you? Instantly, sabi niya, lagot, I'm on vacation, wala akong dalang anything, pero naalala niya yung resume link niya. So what she did, she just gave the resume link, sabi niya, please look it up. And then tinignan ng HR, nakita, fast forward, 3 months later, bumalik na siya doon siya nagtatrabaho.
Right.
So you can use this anywhere.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, sir. We have to move on to our next speaker. Sorry, we're over time. Okay.
Sorry.
So thank you for that, Sir Kim. I think you've addressed all of our questions. So, guys, if you have more questions, we'll try to address them later. So, thank you, sir. So, ayan.
Thank you.
Let's proceed to our next speaker. I'm so sorry, guys. We are so late. All right. So for our next speaker, she is the HR sourcing assistant for Cognizant. She is Miss Jane Sofia Sapit. She graduated from the University of the Philippines Diliman Extension Program in Pampanga with a degree of Bachelor Arts in Applied Psychology. So her experiences as an executive member of several student organizations during college has motivated her to pursue a fulfilling career in human resources. So, hi, Miss Jane. Good morning.
Hi, Miss Shari. Good morning again.
Nice to see you again, po. Ayan.
Nice to see you too.
I will not prolong our introduction. So, let's try sharing your screen so we can head on to your presentation na po.
Okay.
And,
Uh, okay,
I'll
there.
quit. I'll be back in 20 minutes for the Q&A po. You're loud and clear. Your screen is fine. Okay na kayo.
Okay, thank you, Miss Shari. Again, good morning, everyone. Again, this is Jane from Cognizant Technology Solutions. And today, I'll be sharing with you some tips on how you can dress up for your virtual interview. So, perhaps you're wondering, kailangan ba bang dress up for an interview kung virtual? And the simple answer to that question is yes. Especially if seryoso ka sa pag-a-apply, this dressing up for your interview is one of the ways that you can stand out among other applicants. So, virtual interview has become the new normal in the application process. And some companies use phone interviews, but most companies prefer to use apps like WebEx or other video calling apps. First of all, to save load, mas tipid. And next is it's one of our ways actually to see you or check or verify for your identity since we don't have the luxury of meeting you face to face. So today, this talk is especially helpful for graduating students like you. If there's graduating students watching right now and even undergraduates, just as long as plano mo na mag-apply, perhaps you're waiting for your first interview ever or this is your first time with the corporate world. So this talk is helpful for you because I will be explaining what are the different dress codes that you can wear in the office. Ano ba yung appropriate for the interview? Ano ba yung mas reserved for when you're already hired? And depende sa company or culture, ano ba yung isusuot mo. So among that and among other tips that can ensure that your virtual interview will be successful. So let's get started. So again, you should be dressing up for your interview if you want it to be successful. First of all, because your outfit demonstrates how serious you are about the job. So again, as Sir Kim has mentioned earlier, the goal of the interview is to leave a professional and competent impression to the interviewer because you're trying to convince them that you can do the job and that you are qualified for the job. So again, if you're a fresh graduate without experience, this can be a little bit challenging. How do you prove na qualified ka for a position even without experience? So what you can do instead or what you can leverage is trainability and attitude because these are the things that us recruiters look into, especially for profiles na wala pang experience. So one way to show that you have a great attitude is by showing up appropriately dressed for the interview because it demonstrates na nag-prepare ka for the interview and that seryoso ka sa pag-apply. So, otherwise, if you show up na hindi ka nag-ayos, that will communicate a message na hindi ka ganun kaseryoso o hindi ka masyado prepared for the interview. Or worse, if you are wearing something inappropriate, that will also leave an inappropriate impression to the interviewer. So, be careful about that. Again, dressing up for your interview can help you stand out as the serious, prepared applicant in the sea of casual, unprepared applicants. Next reason is that aside from trying to impress your interviewer, is that it also help you boost your confidence. So it gets you in the right mood because if you look more professional, if you dress professionally, you will also feel more professional. So that will increase you or give you the confidence that you need to answer your interview questions properly. So now that we realize, okay, importante nga talagang mag-dress up for your interview, even if it's virtual, the next question to answer is how do you dress for your virtual interview? So the answer to that is that you have to know or research about the company dress code. So for some platforms, if you apply like in through JobStreet, they actually give you, I think they give you other details aside from the qualifications of the job, like uh, what is the industry of the company, what type is the company, if what are the size of the company, and even the dress code. So for those platforms, it's especially helpful to know. But if you applied through Jobs 180 or other online platforms like Facebook or anything else, they usually don't include this information in the job posting. So what you can just do instead is conduct a quick Google search so that you can know what industry or company type of company yung ina-applyan mo. You can take note if this is a traditional company or if this is a modern company, mas relax ba sila, mas casual. And you can also check out yung social media profiles nila. There you can see, usually they post their employees there. So from there, makikita mo na ano ba yung usual na sinusuot ng mga employees. So this is important because this will help you fit in dun sa company nila. Okay? So now that we know that for you to appropriately dress for the interview, you have to know the dress code. So there are different dress codes. And today I would want to give you an overview of the different office dress codes because perhaps if you're a graduating student or a college student or undergrad, you have a uniform. So, siguro yung smart casual or terms like business casual, business professional, or business formal, in your head, they are all the same category, basta pang office. So, no, actually, there are different dress codes. Depende sa nature ng job, depende sa level ng ina-applyan mo na position, depende sa company, again, if it's traditional or if it's a modern company, international or local. So here are the different office dress codes that are worn nowadays. We have casual, smart casual, business casual, business professional, and business formal. So at one glance, you can already see that the one on the left, on the first one on the left, which is casual, is the most informal or not formal dress code among all of this. And as you go through the right, yung pinaka-formal naman or appropriate is business formal. But I'm not showing this to you saying na ito yung mga kailangan mong isuot. Actually, dalawa or tatlo lang dito yung I would say or I would recommend na appropriate for you to wear during the interview. But I think I would take this opportunity for you to be familiarized with the different dress codes as well. So this can be helpful to you even after ma-hire ka na sa interview. So let's start with the first two, which again are the most informal ones and the dress codes. So first is the casual. The clothing choices for the casual style is t-shirt, if you're wearing blouses, sweaters, jeans for the bottoms or crop pants or even shorts. And then for the shoes naman, sneakers, sandals, and slippers are usually worn if your style is or dress code is casual. So as you can notice, these are not professional at all. These are the things or these are the clothes that you wear when you are hanging out, probably with your friends, when you're going to the mall. And some of this clothing actually is not allowed in some schools. So that gives you an idea agad na if hindi to pwede sa school, malamang hindi rin to pwede sa office. So, usually, if you're a student, most common na sinusuot mo if you're not wearing uniform or if wash days sa school is smart casual, where it's pretty similar to casual, but it's just more professional or more serious. Instead of wearing t-shirt, you would wear a blouse or a sweater, and then you can pair it up, depende sa weather, you can pair it up with a blazer. And then you can also choose to wear a dress or a skirt. And instead of jeans, you can also wear trousers. So usually kasi 'di ba sa school bawal ang masyadong revealing or masyadong pambahay na look. So these are the things that you usually wear and I think familiarized na kayo dito. For the gentlemen naman, what they usually wear for the top is a button-down shirt or a polo. You can also pair it up with a jacket and khaki pants. And then for the shoes naman, you can wear flats instead of sneakers. It can be more smart looking if you wear flat shoes or even dress shoes for the gentleman. So if you look in the upper right, you can see a picture showing you how can you mix, how different ways of how you can mix and match the clothes. Kasi if you can notice, this some clothes actually that you wear in casual, few of this can be still worn when you are in a more formal or professional setting. It just depends on the way that you mix and match it with other key or clothing pieces. So that's why it's important na alam mo kung ano yung mga pwede lang per category and ano yung hindi pwede per category. So again, these two dress codes, casual and smart casual, even though it's most common probably in your phase right now since you're a student, this I would not recommend as you for you to wear during your interview. Again, because it gives off this is casual and it gives off a friendly impression. And the goal of the interview is for you to have a professional impression. So we're not trying to be friendly. We're trying to be professional, to leave a competent impression instead. So I wouldn't recommend for you to wear this clothes if you're having your first interview or your interview. What you can do instead is the next two, or what you can wear instead are the next two dress codes, which are the most common, or I would recommend for interviews or for office setting, which are the business casual and the business professional. So, ang difference lang niya ng business casual with the smart casual is in this time, hindi ka na pwedeng mag-t-shirt, hindi ka na pwedeng jeans. Bawal na mag-jeans. Kahit na yung jeans mo, bago pa yan, or dark jeans pa yan, or mukha na siyang slacks, it would not be professional for you to wear jeans in a business casual dress code. So instead, what you can wear is a dress. You can choose to wear a dress, pencil skirt, or slacks. For the top, mas required or mas common na ang pagsusuot ng blazer. And then, don't wear t-shirts. You have to wear blouses, button-down shirts, and sweaters. But again, be careful with the sweater because some sweaters can be graphic or more casual looking. So choose the more serious looking or professional looking sweaters. Okay? So, as you can see here in the sample, for boys naman or for gentlemen, what you can wear for your top is Oxford shirts and polo. So, for the type, preferred siya, pero it not necessarily required for the business casual. So, you can just opt for a polo or Oxford shirt lang. But make sure to match your shoes and your belt so it has more a professional look and a tidy look. And then for the shoes naman, you can wear flats, heels, loafers, and dress shoes. So, bawal na ang sneakers. Kasi, ang formal na ng itsura ng ng damit mo eh. So, you cannot match it with something like sandals or sleepers or sneakers. Dapat for this one, you would have to invest to flat or heels or dress shoes. So, compared to smart casual as well, business casual, even though there are still colors, mas neutral na siya compared to smart casual. So, if you remember from the previous slide, it has a lot of bright colors because casual is more of a friendly, artistic or comfortable side of dress codes. So pag business casual na at business professional na, mas neutral na para mas professional looking yung combination ng look mo. So for this, if you're wearing business casual, you can look at the screen and you can see that you can wear this kind of colors. Pwede pa rin namang may may kulay. Hindi naman necessarily black and white dapat. Pero dapat hindi na siya masyadong bright. You can wear like baby pink or baby blue or light blue or light pink. Pwede rin light yellow. But it has to be watered down, kumbaga. It doesn't have to be so bright. And then, the difference naman of business casual to business professional is instead of wearing sweaters, mas okay na, usually ang minamatch mo for your top is a button-down shirt and blouse plus blazer. So, mas required na may blazer ka. And then, you can still wear your dress, pencil skirt, and slacks. For the shoes naman, for ladies, hindi na pwede ang flats. Most likely, i-require ka na mag-heels. Pero good thing is, hindi naman kailangan na sobrang mataas. Actually, there is a limit. So, kailangan yung heels mo, hindi siya tataas more than 3 inches. Okay? That's a general rule, not just for the interview, but for when you're already reporting to the office as well. So, for the gentleman naman, what you can do is for you to have a button-down shirt, so, or polo. This time, for business professional, required na magsuot ka ng tie. Again, don't forget to match your belt with your shoes para mas tidy and mas tidy tignan yung look mo, overall look mo. And then, it would be better for you to invest to leather shoes as well. Bawal na ang sneakers or loafers, kailangan leather shoes. So, perhaps in your mind, parang pareho lang naman yung business casual sa business professional. So actually, sila yung most common na dress code in the office and interviews. And magdedepende lang to sa kind of company na ina-applyan mo. Usually, for business casual, this is the most common, especially for BPO companies, a lot of private companies, and local companies. Business professional can be usually seen if you're working for the industry of finance and accounting, yung mga more traditional companies. So, if balak mo mag-apply sa bangko perhaps or sa government, usually, di ba, makita mo yung mga gantong attires or uniform kapag nagkatrabaho sa bangko or government. So, kapag business casual, aside from those industries, usually business casual na yung dress code. So again, these two are the most appropriate for you to wear during your interview and even actually after your interview. So last dress code that we will discuss for today is the business formal, which is the most formal among the dress codes. So usually, since it's the most formal, it's actually too formal for you to wear it during your interview. So you would have to reserve this clothes for special events. Pag hired ka na, magkakaroon kayo ng mga recognition nights or awards night, or if you have a special events or special celebrations, this is usually the dress code for that. So, for your information, business formal include clothes for ladies. It can be a pantsuit like the woman in the left, and then it can also choose to wear a dress, just as long as it's not too revealing, hindi siya sleeveless or hindi masyadong low yung neck area. And then you have to pair it up with heels. But again, it shouldn't be more than 3 inches. And then, for the gentleman naman, ang pwede mong isuot is dark suit and tie. So, it's very similar actually to business professional na. But, the difference would be kapag formal, mas maganda ang choices mong color ay it's either different shades of black or dark blue or gray. And kapag avoid brown or light blue or light pink kapag business formal, you should have a darker color palette to give a more serious and professional look. So now that we know ano na yung mga susuot for the interviews, ano ba yung different dress codes, now that you're familiarized, I want to give you a few reminders as well that can contribute to your overall appearance. So, syempre, hindi lang damit ang tinitignan during your virtual interview. Tinitignan din natin, syempre, yung other aspects like your hair, your face, your teeth, even your teeth. So, Before the interview, kahit na hindi ka aalis ng bahay at sa kwarto ka lang, kailangan maliligo ka pa rin tsaka magto-toothbrush kahit na hindi ka maamoy ng interviewer mo. Why? Because same with before, it can give more professional or clean look for the interview, and then it can also help you, get in the right mood kung alam mong naligo ka at prepared ka for something. So you can also choose to put on some light makeup. The rule is if the dress code has the business word in it, so if it says business casual, business professional, and business formal, more likely kailangan or required ang makeup. Pero it doesn't have to be sobrang garbo naman. Okay lang yung light powder or light makeup just to match your face with your overall look. And then, of course, don't forget to style your hair. So, ang difference kapag pag-graduate ka na, nasa corporate world ka na, wala nang masyadong rules actually with the haircut. You can grow your hair if you want, you can color it the way you want. Most companies will allow it. Pero, syempre, the way you style your hair, it should be still professional. So, if you choose to wear a longer hair, just make sure that it doesn't cover your face. And then for girls naman, if you choose to color it, just style it in a way that it looks more professional than casual or looks like you're about to party or celebrate. So for boys, you can wax your hair or put on some wax. And then for the girls naman, you can style your hair using an ironing. So I would also like to share some tips na actually these are very small details pero it matters pa rin if you are having a face-to-face interviews. And I thought I would still mention this just in case, we go back to the normal. So, if you're having a face-to-face interview, usually, pati yung nails mo, you have to keep it clean because that can be distracting as well to the interviewer. And having dirty nails can give the impression na hindi ka marunong mag-ayos or hindi ka malinis sa katawan. So, syempre, ang may imagine ng mga interviewers, malamang marumi din to sa gamit niya pag nasa office na. So, if you're gonna spray on perfume as well, make sure na hindi siya too powerful or overwhelming because that can be distracting as well. And then, syempre, necessary na i-research mo yung commute and weather before your interview. But because, luckily for the virtual interview, you can skip these steps, but I think I would like to still mention this, just in case that you go back or you are required to report for the office for a final interview. And lastly, just a few more reminders regarding your some tips that you can follow to ensure a successful virtual interview. Find a quiet and well-lit place for you to conduct or for you to have your interview. As a recruiter, I would say that it is not acceptable for you to take your interview outside. Why? Because first of all, it's not safe. You can be traveling or you can be driving, so that's not safe. And then second of all, it's loud outside. You cannot control kung ano yung noise or dadaan ang mangyayari sa labas. So, para magkaintindihan kayo ng interviewer mo, you should go inside, find a room that is both quiet, with good signal, of course, and also bright enough so that your interviewer can see your face. So the general rule for this is that you have to face the light source of the room. Kung hindi, sayang lang ang pag-makeup at pag-ayos. So, parang pag nagpipicture ka lang din, bawal ang against the light. And then, next, you also have to plan the camera angle. So, the rule for this naman is that your camera should be eye level. Why? Because you don't want your interviewer to look up on you or look down on you. It can give a subtle shift in the mood of the interview. So, ensure na ka-level lang ng mata mo yung camera. And then, this is very easy to remember. You should ensure that your face, your head, and shoulders can be seen and in the center of the screen. So, if you're using a mobile phone for your interview, mas maganda na hindi mo siya hinahawakan para fix lang yung camera angle all throughout the interview. And then lastly, you should ensure or have a good posture during your interview. So most interviews usually last 15 to 20 minutes. Mabilis na yun. So it can be longer than that. You have to be in a comfortable position para ready ka na magtagal your interview. And it will also help you focus on the questions if you're comfortable and if you're relaxed enough. But again, reminder, don't be too comfortable naman. Unlike the example here that you're lying down in your bed, you have to be in a position na parang mag-interview ka talaga, di ba? Kung pumunta ka dun sa office, you would be sitting. So, best that you will also be sitting during your virtual interview. So there, those are the tips that I can give you on how to dress up and some tips that you can ensure to make your virtual interview successful. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you have learned something from me.
Thank you, Miss Jane. Thank you po. Ma'am, I have a couple of questions. Ito ma'am, prepare ko na po habang nag-iisip pa yung mga viewers natin. So
Sure,
ma'am, ito
Miss
po lang.
Shari.
Ma'am, ano po yung mga common mistakes ng mga nag-virtual interview that you want to share to our viewers po para hindi nila gagawin?
Okay, the number one mistake actually, at ito na experience ko na to, is that they don't dress up at all. So, meron ako na-experience na nakahubad siya during interview, pero hindi naman siya nag-turn on ng camera. When I requested for him or for the person to turn on the camera, medyo nahiya siya or parang medyo na-caught up din siya na, ay, mag-show pala ng camera. So, dapat, ang advice ko for all of na nag-a-apply ngayon from home at magkakaroon ng virtual application or virtual interview, kahit na hindi sinabi sa email na ipapa-turn on ng camera, more likely kung ang gagamitin yung application is a video call application, best be prepared to dress up. And again, it gives you an edge kung ikaw ay nag-ayos compared sa ibang aplikante ay nakapambahay at hindi nag-ayos or di naligo. So it gives an impression na prepared ka at seryoso ka sa pag-a-apply mo. So don't forget to dress up for your interview.
Ayan guys ha. Okay. Ma'am, we have a question from Martin Paras. Ma'am, any tips for guys with long hair?
Okay. So, ayun, good news nga with boys. Usually kasi 'di ba sa school binaban yung long hair. So, kapag sa companies na, usually most companies allow long hair na for boys. Pero for the interview, wag just same with girls. Wag mo lang hayaan na nakabuhaghag yung hair mo. So, like mine, you can tie it up, you can put it in a ponytail, but not high ponytail na parang indie band ka na. So, just put it in a low ponytail and that's fine. Okay?
Right. Okay. Ma'am, can you tell us about the openings of Cognizant para sa mga Holy Angel graduates natin?
Okay, so good news with fresh graduates or even actually undergraduates. We do have a lot of opportunities. CSR and IT help desk positions open for you, even if wala ka pang experience at all with BPO companies. So we are hiring customer service and IT help desk for our Taguig site, Ortigas site, and Quezon City site, which is our newest and biggest site yet. So, even if you're from Pampanga, perhaps, and you're planning to relocate in Manila, the good news as well is that the application process can be done end to end online. So you can get hired at home. Everything can be done. You can apply from online, and then you can do the exams online. Everything can be done, even the interviews virtually.
All right. So thank you for that, Miss Jane. We hope to see you again in our next sessions.
Thank you, Ms.
So thank
Shari.
So guys, if you have no more questions, thank you, Ms. Jane, for having us. For being with us today. If you want to check Cognizant's list of vacancies, you can find it at jobs80.com/cognizantph, or you can go to schools.jobs80.com/HAU. So that's your school's career portal, and you will find Cognizant there along with the other preferred partners of the school. But thank you po, Ms. Jane.
Thank you, Ms. Shari.
Yeah. Alright, and so meron tayong mga questions na hindi pa natin nasasagot. So let's try answering them. This is from Dana Juanillo. Yung sa email verification po ba kapag na-verify na po ako, pero yung sa Jobs 180 hindi pa rin daw po siya verified. So I think she's asking dun lumalabas sa dashboard niya. Okay, so Dana, here's what my instruction will be. So email the screenshot ng error doon sa info@jobs180.com and we will have a customer service representative address your concern. Okay, para makita nila yung error, sila mismo yung makasagot nung nakikita mo. Alright, so next we have from Martin Paras. Ano po ang dapat gawin if dati nang nakagawa na and nakalimutan na ang password? If gagawa po, baka ma-double yung account nun. So, any suggestions po? So, hi Martin. So, my suggestion is, if you remember the email address that you used, usually pwede kang mag-forget password. So, gagamitin mo yung email address na ginamit mo bago ka gumawa ng panibagong account. So, pag hindi mo talaga siya ma-retrieve at all using yung email address na ginamit mo doon sa una mong account, saka ka na gumawa ng pangalawang account. Okay? Pag wala na talagang choice, pag hindi talaga ma-retrieve, nakalimutan mo yung email address na ginamit mo, ganyan. Pero kung alam mo pa yung email address na ginamit mo, retrievable siya. Okay? Mag-forgot password ka lang. Alright? So, yeah. So, keep your questions coming, guys. We will try to answer them pag natatapos na yung mga topics natin with our speakers. Okay? So, ayan. So, let's go to our third speaker. So, our third speaker is Miss Mariel de Guzman. She is the Talent Acquisition Manager for VXI Global. She is a certified targeted selection interviewer, and she has 16 years in the recruitment industry, and is currently connected with VXI Global Holdings as the Talent Acquisition Manager. Ayan. So, good morning, Miss Mariel. Can you join our stream po?
Hi, good morning, Shari.
Morning, ma'am. Ayan. Ma'am,
Ayan.
we have students here from different courses. We have IT people, we have marketing people. So, yun po yung just baka pwede niyo po siyang magamit sa presentation niyo later. Ayan.
Yes. Okay, actually, so the topic that you assigned to me is interview questions. So regardless of the course, I think this is going to be very helpful for everyone.
Ma'am, let's try sharing your screen.
Okay, hold on.
Ayan. So guys, a couple of reminders. So we will be sending an evaluation after this. So you have to evaluate as part of your attendance, and then we will the certificate will be sent to you via email. Okay, but you have to evaluate. All right. So ma'am, I can see your screen. Your audio and your mic is good. So okay na po
Mhm.
tayo. Give it to you, ma'am. You have the floor. I'll be back in 20 minutes for the question.
Okay. All right. So good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. I know that you guys are excited to hear about what kind of interview questions you should be preparing. You should be preparing for when you apply for a job. Okay. So with my experience in the recruitment industry, marami kasing klaseng interview questions yan. So let's start, ha? So there are four types of interview questions that I'd like you guys to prepare for. First would be the basic interview questions, pre-screening questions, resume interview questions, and behavioral interview questions. So minsan napaghahalo-halo siya, kinakabahan tayo when an applicant submits their resume to the different companies. Pag tinawagan na sila, natatakot na sila kasi they're not ready kung ano ba yung mga tinatanong during an interview. So these are just examples, four major examples of the kinds of questions that we ask during your interview. So when we ask you basic interview questions, these are normally questions on ano ba yung in-applyan ninyo, bakit nyo gustong mag-apply, yan. And saan nyo nakita, where did you find the job opening, so yung source. So these are the basic questions that we ask. And of course, we will do pre-screening after which wherein this will revolve around the amenability to the work schedule and work location because nowadays different companies have different requirements in terms of work schedule and work location. So merong iba, like for example, you apply for a role in the sales industry. For some of the time, may mga requirements for you to work on the field. No, sasabihin sa'yo, "Oh, I'll assign you to work on this particular location. Are you amenable to that? This position will require you to work, to relocate in a different site." So, yan yung mga chine-check from pre-screening. Normally, from an interviewer standpoint, nagiging knockout siya. Okay? And when it becomes a knockout, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are disqualified right away. Pwede kasing for that particular role, you will not fit dun sa pre-screening na yon, pero pwede ka sa ibang posisyon. So, pwede ka ding hanapan ng recruiter ng ibang position based on those questions. Okay? Then, they'll start asking you some resume interview questions. So, ito na yung mga questions on your previous experience. So if you're a college graduate or a college undergraduate, sometimes they ask you about your on-the-job training. Then if you have work experience, they now ask you about your previous work experiences and even your educational background. Dito na siya pumapasok. Bakit siya tinitignan or bakit siya tinatanong? It's not because we want to intimidate yung applicants namin. But it's more of we want to understand if you have the basic skill set from your previous experience that would fit yung positions that we have open. So sometimes yung mga OJT, for example, IT, titignan nila yan. Meron na ba siyang, for example, basic troubleshooting experience from the OJT? Or meron ba siyang previous work experience related dun sa role na ina-applyan. So, ganyan. For call center agents, though, we're not really, like for VXI, we're not really looking at the OJT or previous work experience or, well, previous work experience is important. But for the most part of it, we also look at behavior. So yung number 4 natin, yung behavioral interview questions, this is where it becomes very, very important. But before I get into that, I just want to further explain yung dun sa resume interview questions, dun sa piece ng previous work experience. So sometimes, ang nagiging problem naming recruiters would be some of the applicants would omit or remove previous work experience. Sasabihin nila, reason is kasi short lang siya or kasi hindi naman formal yung employment or kasi wala namang kontrata or kasi home-based siya. Guys, reminder, please include those work experiences even without the contract because it allows us to evaluate what kind of skill set you may have acquired from those different companies as well. Okay? So now moving on to the behavioral interview questions, dito minsan natatakot yung mga applicants. So when I was an applicant myself, kinabahan ako dito, how do I answer these behavioral interview questions? Because this would normally refer to previous experiences that would describe your behavior that you exhibited to respond to different situations that you were faced with. So ito yung mga questions on tell me about yung that start with tell me about the time, tell me about a past experience, about a problem that you identified. Yan yung common na maririnig ninyo from your recruiters. So I'm going to share with you a tip on how to answer the behavioral interview questions. Kasi for the rest, from basic to resume interview questions, alam na alam nyo na yan. Kasi ito talaga yung ginagamit na ninyo na para mabenta ninyo or for you to be able to market yourself as a viable candidate to the company. But the behavioral interview questions is a different story. Here, you have to be very specific. And here, you have to be able to share with the recruiter or your interviewer your personal experience. This becomes very personal because this will start talking about how you as a person reacted to a certain situation. Okay? So, the trick here is for you to answer using the STAR framework. Yan. Ito ang secret niyan. So, when you say the STAR framework, you have to tell the situation or the background of what you were experiencing. The task that you were asked to do, okay? Or yung kung ano yung kailangan mong gawin, kailangan mong trabahuin, and what challenges came along with those tasks or what hindered you from performing the task smoothly. And A would be the action or how you were able to address that particular that particular task. and the result is the outcome. Regardless if it's positive or negative, okay, what's important here would be how you responded to that. So let me give you an example. Say for example, we ask you about identifying a time when you made a mistake and you had to do something about it. So most of the time people would say, um, I made a mistake when I was doing my thesis. Okay, the mistake that I made, or at that time, I only had very little time left before the submission date. So what I did was I had to redo my thesis. Um, I had to extend the hours, or I had to stay up all night to be able to complete and gather all the information that I needed to complete the thesis. And the result is I was able to submit this on time. So that's an example of a star answer. So you have to always remember, you put the situation, the task, the action, and the result. Once you remember this particular framework, that's just one word, very easy to remember. Rest assured that you will be able to, to provide an answer that would really be your own. So, kumbaga parang remember that when you answer the behavioral questions, ikwento ninyo yung kwento ninyo as a person, find an experience that's very objective. Don't use personal experiences. Say, for example, when I say personal experiences na let's say, for example, naubusan po kasi ako ng allowance and I did not know where to get one. Hindi yan, I would suggest don't use that, because there are biases in those kinds of situations. So I would always recommend that you use experiences that you had in school, like with tasks assigned to you in school, in your OJT, in your previous work experience. Those are the three things that we would recommend that you use. Oh, by the way, also use yung mga experiences ninyo when you joined different organizations in school. Pwede rin siya. That would also be good examples. So, basically, those are the things I'd like you to remember when you respond to the different questions, or identify the kind of questions that you encounter during your interview, and rest assured you will be able to communicate and sell yourself to your employers. That's it. Those are the things that I have. Please let us know if you have any questions. I think Shari will be able to provide us with whatever questions there are. So just send your comments or questions in the comment section for the Q&A. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope I helped you. By the way, we also have hiring in our VXI offices across Luzon. So I know that you guys are in Pampanga. We do have a site in SM City Clark. So you can go ahead and submit an application or visit our office if you have time. So thank you, guys, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Well, thank you, Miss Mariel. Uh, yan. Ma'am,
Yan.
while waiting for their questions, meron na po ako na-prepare dito. Ayan. Ah,
Sige.
ma'am, for you po, since you've been in the recruitment industry for the past 16 years, what is the hardest question that fresh grads find hard to answer po? Do you have
Normally fresh grads would have difficulties answering questions on stress tolerance. Like you ask them about a stressful situation that they encountered. Normally they would give you very personal answers, because they would give you answers like ano ba yung mga na-encounter ko na madami ang kwento na yan, like let me see. Let me try to recall. Yung pinaka common na nakuha ko would be yung thesis is always the stressful situation that they provide us. Like there's very little time. So crunch time siya, kailangan namin mag-extend. So it's always parang nalilito sila, because what they give us would always be a group effort that they did to be able, kasi normally 'di ba pag thesis group work 'yan. So they'd give you group answers. So nire-redirect namin sila palagi to tell us, ikaw as an individual, ano yung ikaw, ano yung na-contribute mo para magawa nyo siya and makakope ka personally dun sa stress na meron dun sa situation na yon. So yan yung mga common na nahihirapan sila dyan sa stress tolerance,
Okay.
change in work environment, na minsan hindi nila agad na-identify na, okay, so yun pala, pwede palang
Like,
change in work environment yon, ganyan.
ma'am, we have lots coming in. Ayan. Ma'am, I'm from John Paul Poon. Okay lang po ba if ang sagot ay Tagalog or Taglish?
Depends. If your interviewer talks to you in English, you have to respond in English. If your interviewer talks to you in Tagalog or Taglish, then it becomes acceptable to answer in Tagalog or Taglish. But you have to be very sensitive, especially if you are applying for a dominantly English speaking company. So if you're not that confident with your English skills, but you still would like to try it out dun sa ganong company, you have to start brushing up, practicing nyo. Like kanina, yung sinabi ni, I forgot her name from Cognizant, si Jane. Yes, she did mention, I was watching her earlier, so she did mention that if you're not that confident with your spoken English, you can practice in front of a mirror or read through a magazine and, para makuha mo, maging comfortable kayo dun sa language na yun.
Right. Okay. Next question from Kenzola Kalipayan. When is the perfect time to discuss salary details or negotiation sa salary po?
Ayan. Pag na-offera na kayo, don't ask at the onset of the interview. Ano yan? That's recruitment ethics.
Never
Do
ever.
not. Oo. Not at the onset. Perfect time would always be when they tell you already, okay, so this is how much we have to offer. If we hire you, is it acceptable for you? Or if they don't share it with you, wag muna kayo magtanong. Pag nandun na sa piece na, okay, they've accepted you, they decided to accept you, and they show you a job offer, and you feel like the salary might not be acceptable to you, then you can negotiate. So yun,
Can fresh
yun yung
grads
perfect timing. Sorry, what's that?
is it okay for fresh grads to negotiate?
Um, Tricky question
Alin?
yan, ha? Pero I wouldn't
Because
recommend.
always ask a lot.
Oo. Though I would not recommend because always remember when you're a fresh grad, when it's going to be your first time to apply in a company, normally compensation is coupled with skill set. So
Yes.
unless you're able to already prove yourself worthy of a certain amount in terms of salary, then wag muna. Kasi ako ganyan din ako before. Mind you, when I was a fresh grad, gusto ko kagad, ay hindi, ayoko ng minimum wage. Ganyan pa ako na, ayoko ng minimum wage. Gusto ko ng ganito, ganito, ganito. Kasi syempre, excited ka mag-work. You want to start earning. But at the end of the day, you start realizing that, hey, I haven't proven myself yet. So, I would not want to demand. So, might as well, okay, I'll accept what this company has to offer. If it's not acceptable for me, then I go find a different company that can probably answer to my financial goal. Parang ganyan.
Alright. Madami pa tayong question, ma'am. Madami
Sige
nilang tanong.
lang.
Ma'am, what would be your tips on the common question? Tell me about yourself and where do you see yourself 5 years from now? It's from Martin Perez.
Oo, nako yan. Yan ang mga magandang question kasi madami kaming nakukuhang very interesting answers. Okay, at the end of the day, when they ask you to tell you something about yourself, you provide them with information that's relevant to the position that you are applying for. Hence, it becomes very important for you to always make sure you list down the name of the company and the position that you applied for para pag tinawagan ka na nung company na yun, hindi ka nangangapa na bakit nga ba ako nag-apply dyan or ano nga ba yung position na in-applyan ko. Tapos magkukwento ka na ng something about yourself na my favorite movie is ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Hindi gano'n. Okay?
Yes.
So say for example, you're a psych grad. Okay, a psych grad and applying for a recruitment associate position. So you tell them, okay, I'm a psychology graduate. I had my internship at so and so. So something related to the position that you're applying for. And when they start asking you, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? ano ba yung pangarap mo maging in the next 5 years? It sounds cliche, but at the end of the day, yun eh. Ano bang gusto mong marating in the next 5 years? Because as recruiters, we cannot tell you where you're gonna see yourself in 5 years. It's up to you as an applicant.
All right. Ma'am, from Miguel Duldulao, what advice can you give to folks who are experiencing nerves before or during the interview?
Nako, I experienced that before. So I started when I was preparing for my very first job interview. So I was fortunate to have my dad be part of the HR industry. So medyo pinractice niya ako. So it took a lot of tears. So okay lang. Gusto mong iiyak yung nerves, okay lang. Gusto mong italon, gusto mong isigaw, it's up to you. However you want to let it out. Kasi talagang for somebody who's not used to getting interviewed, nakakakaba siya talaga, or somebody who's not used to talking to strangers, nakakatakot siya talaga or nakakanerbyo siya. But in whatever way you can cope, you want to yell, you want to eat, you want to drink, you want to get coffee, bahala ka. But at the end of the day, as soon as you sit down in front of your interviewer, always remember that you know yourself best and you know how to sell yourself best. Nobody else can do that.
All right. Ma'am, from Dana Juanillo, magkano po kaya yung ideal salary pag tinanong po kami, lalo na't wala pa po kaming experience?
Compensation kasi is based on your area. So like for example, in Pampanga, normally iba yung minimum rate in the area of Pampanga as versus the minimum wage rate in Metro Manila. So it really depends on the industry that you're joining. It depends on the
Yes.
company also. Kasi sometimes may mga companies na they give you above minimum. Meron namang mga companies that they comply with the minimum rate. So really depends. I cannot give you an exact figure, Dana, as much as I'd like to, but you can ask around yung mga friends mo or family members that may have applied in different companies and get an idea on how much yung mga offer sa different companies natin.
All right. Ito ma'am. From Martin Perez po. Siguro ma'am may confusion lang siya ma'am. Sabi po kasi ni Sir Kim, they can apply even though we know na we are qualified. Pero we are not qualified to ma'am.
Mhm.
What if tawagan po kami and they ask, why did you apply for this role or work? Siguro ma'am, kasi di ba may mga positions ma'am na for cleaning.
Mm. Mm.
Tapos, tatawagan sila, so why did you apply for this role or work? Eh, alam po
O
nila na
bakit
hindi sila qualified.
o bakit nga ba? Bakit nga ba
Or,
ninyo in-applyan, 'di ba? So in the first place, question is, tama naman yung sinabi ni Sir Kim. Sometimes we want to try it out. We want to give it we want to give it a shot. We may never know, baka mamaya niyan mag-qualify naman pala tayo kasi on paper hindi naman lahat naka-indicate. May fine print pala somewhere that we don't see, but at the same time we wanna see, baka naman kayanin ko yung trabaho na 'to. So when people start asking you, "Why did you apply for this role or work?" You simply say, "I think I can be trained for this particular position. It's something that I'm interested to see if I can excel in." Ganyan, ganyan yung mga sagot. Kasi at the end of the day, kailangan palaban ka. Dog eat dog world na. So kailangan labanan mo na, 'di ba? You have to adjust and adapt. Yan siya.
eto ma'am, last question na lang from Justin Ramos. Paano po kapag gusto namin mag-apply sa isang company pero hindi na po related sa course namin? May chance po ba na ma-hire kami?
Yes. I would say yes. I was a graduate of entrepreneurship and I've been in recruitment for 16 years. Need I say more? So at the end of the day, if you are interested in a specific role and you would like to be trained and it's your goal to learn, then why not? It's never too late and it's not going to be a mistake for you to apply for a company that you think you would be an asset to or you would succeed as an employee.
Alright. So, thank you for that, Miss Mariel. Salamat po. Ang
Thank
dami po
you.
nating nasagot na questions and
Yes.
nag-enjoy po yung mga bata. Alright. So, salamat po, Miss Mariel. We hope to
Thank
have you
you.
again in the next few sessions. Sana makasama po namin kayo ulit.
Sure.
So, Ayan. If guys, you have no more question, I would like to thank Miss Mariel for being with us. If you want to check out VXI Global Holdings vacancies, you can go to jobs80.com/VXI, or you can go to schools.jobson80.com/HAU, and you will find VXI there along with the other preferred partners of your school. And so may site sila sa Clark, guys. So pwede nyo check yung mga vacancies.
Yes.
Okay? So thank you, Miss Mariel. Have a great
Thank
day po.
you.
Ma'am. Ayan. So, ayun, we're done with our three topics. Yan. So, to officially close this session and to give further announcements and reminders to you guys, we are inviting again Miss Bennett Adefin-Sadora in our stream para sa ating closing remarks and announcements. Ayan. Hi, Miss Bennett. Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, nakamute lang po kayo. Ayan. Ayan, ma'am.
Unmute.
Ma'am, ready
Yan.
for announcement po and closing remarks.
Yeah,
Dami question, ma'am.
ang daming question. I'm so happy at least all our Angelites listen to the topic, no, to the discussion. Okay. Um, Again, thank you very much, Sir Kim and the team. Till next workshop ulit for our next second SEM of the graduating batch. No? And for our dear graduates, graduating students, just a reminder for your next activity that will be next Tuesday, November 17th. Don't forget to prepare your resume link. No, that will be prepared. You have to provide that to your interviewer, individual interviewer, next week. And then you already have your link. We already provided your link. No, so you just have to be specific with the time. Remember, bawal malik. No, you have to be there at least 15 minutes. Laging 15 minutes before your scheduled interview. And then another reminder, don't forget to register sa LinkedIn ninyo. LinkedIn ninyo. For some, I already accepted the invites, no, for the connection. But for some, yun, hindi ko pa na-accept. Just continue doing or connecting with us, yung mga links na binigay namin sa inyo. You just have to connect with them. And then i-accept rin kayo once na nag-log sila sa LinkedIn. And then accomplish the mock interview form. Okay? Your certificates will be emailed to you. Should you have some questions or queries, you could drop a message sa inbox natin sa career and placement page. So just give us a message so that we could answer all your queries. And then I think that's it. No, you just have to accomplish the form. The form's already evaluation form's already provided in the comment box. Please evaluate the seminar for today. So that will be all, Angela. So we'll be seeing you by next week. Again, thank you very much, Miss Shari, Sir Kim, and the team from jobs180.com. Laos Dayo Semper. Good morning.
Thank you po, Miss Bennett. Salamat po. Ayan. So, to officially, sorry. Ma'am, question. What if there's an interruption during the next week mock interview?
I'm sorry, ma'am. What's that
Ma'am,
again?
from Calvin Balagtas, what if there's an interruption during the next mock interview?
We could they could email us or send us a message doon sa inbox namin so that we'll know kung sino yung mga affected, and we will have an idea naman kung sino yung mga, if ever magkakaroon ng technical problems during that day.
Alright. Okay. So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you po. Alright. So, thank you po. Have a great day, ma'am. Ayan. So, thank you guys for tuning in. So, ano pa po ang mga further announcements natin on November 17? That will be the mock interview. We have posted the link to the evaluation form on the comment box. So, just copy and paste it na lang po para ma-fill in nyo po for your attendance. And that's it. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Please watch out for the next set of webinars that we are hosting for the next week sessions, and for the week after that, we will be doing Cavite Schools talk. We will be doing University of San Jose Recoletos. We have Quezon City Schools. We have Iloilo Schools. We have Cavite State University, and so on. So you can check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed, and you're also welcome to join in those sessions. Yeah. So again, so please don't forget to sign in or evaluate the event, go to the link posted in the comment box. Tapos, yun yung magsaserve as attendance para mabigyan kayo ng certificate. The certificate will be emailed to you directly. Alright? So, thank you guys. See you soon and have a great afternoon.